I'm currently recording this video handheld. I don't actually have a mirror in my studio yet. It's been something that I have realised would be quite useful, so I think I'm going to get a little one soon. Although down there in the middle there is a piece I've made that has a kind of mirrored sections on it, so you may get to see my setup that I'm currently using to record this, but it looks very silly. So I'm holding the camera with my hands, and I've used masking tape to keep my microphone on the camera facing towards me. But as you can probably tell by the title and the start of this video, this is going to be a studio kind of walkthrough. Not walkthrough, it's not a game. I haven't quite come up with a title in my head yet, but it's probably going to be something like show and tell. I think there is an actual word for when you kind of show people around a place on a kind of vlog style video, but I can't think of it right now. But this past weekend I moved into a studio. I just realised the light is a little bit dark, so for the purpose of this video I think I'll turn it on, even though I tend to usually keep it off because it can be quite bright. But yeah, I think I will begin. So basically, as a lot of you will know, I have just finished university studying. Hello. Oh, I have got here, by the way, it's just tied back. And you can see the actual setup I've got at the minute. Yeah, back to the original point. I just finished university studying illustration, and I kind of went off into a tangent of my own and realised that I don't actually want to become an illustrator. I want to become a sign painter and glass or gold leaf gilder. So I have managed to set up a studio, and I'm just trying to focus on kind of finding clients locally and everything like that. But yeah, so in this corner, which I don't come to very often, I've just got a little welcome mat. From that, even though it looks like it's to the outside world, it's actually not. It's to another studio which is empty at the moment because there was actually a fire in this building recently, and it had to be I had to repaint it. I helped, but painting is hard and very long. But yeah, I'll either come in that entrance or most of the time through another one on the other side of the room. So I need a little bit of greenery, especially with the kind of chemicals and everything I use every day. So I've got my little plant corner. I'm notoriously bad at keeping plants alive, but I'm really trying with these ones. The only one that's kind of failing is this sad little one here. To be fair, when I bought it from a garden centre nearby, it already wasn't kind of in the best state, but I will get it going again, trust me. And then I'm not actually sure how many kind of nails and everything I can put in these walls, but there was already a space, a kind of little hole in this wall anyway, so I thought it it would do no harm to kind of put a little nail in so that I could put at least one piece of my work up. It looks kind of odd with all the emptiness, but I don't know, it's a start, I guess. So some of the sections of this floor are a little bit creaky, so sorry if that happens a bit. But so this is a piece that I created in one of my Patreon-only videos, for the last one that I made actually. For the end of July, I explained about the process behind this piece. I did an unpackaging video of some of my artwork, and so this has glitter, gold leaf, pearl shell or abalone, and enamel paints, which I apply backwards on the glass in layers. And I'm hoping to fill this wall with a lot of my own work eventually. And here is actually just a kind of storage section that is actually everything that I use for YouTube. So kind of lights, props, tripods, everything like that. And I've tried to use this humongous, amazing easel, which I'm sure will hopefully be where I work on a lot of larger pieces. I've tried to mask behind it some stuff that is a bit unsightly. So these are mainly frames that I bought from charity shops in my hunt for frames for my final pieces for university. The larger ones are hard to source kind of online or like Wilkinson or whatever. I had to kind of just go to charity shops and get Ubers back with them. But they're ones that I didn't end up using, and now I'm not sure whether I want to keep them. I might just either take them to a car boot sale or just give them to charity. And here is a big pile of wood. There's a lot more. It kind of goes back further, that I would buy from university. Yeah, I haven't got around to using those ones yet, but I spent a long time using mainly glass, and I kind of want to experiment back. I want to go back to using something a little bit simpler, so I think I will use some more kind of just paint on wood techniques soon, rather than gold on glass and everything. And up there's just a kind of another storage section, but for artistic purposes. So things like easels and practice chalkboards, which come in handy because I've been mainly working on chalkboards lately. I think it will probably, I expected this much, that for the time being I'd be working more as a chalkboard kind of artist than a sign painter and building up clients and everything, and I thought I probably won't like it, but I'll just do it anyway. But actually I've really enjoyed it so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And again, another those random piece. Well, there isn't a piece that was a tester for casuals with enamel paints. Something that I need to get really good and really efficient at, but I'm quite a way off. And this is a kind of wall of inspiration. So this piece is by, I can't actually remember his name, I think it was Aaron or Adam. And there's an art fair called Shake in Bristol, held every few months, and this guy was selling this piece there at the same time that I had a stall, and I just really liked the colours and the gradient and the lettering and everything. And I bought 2 copies of Stylist magazine from this week, or probably last week, just because it had Alex Mayhew's work on the front cover. She is literally my idol. I think that's as close as I'll ever get to owning one of her pieces for real, but I follow everything that she does. I basically just want to be able to have a job that she has, basically. And when I went to London last week for a degree show that we held there, I managed to find time to go to a summer showcase from Better Letters, which is a collective of people who love sign painting and lettering. And yeah, they had some brochures. So the woman said, "Oh, would you like a brochure?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "Oh, can I take one for my friend, actually?" Which I was lying about. I wanted one to keep and one to kind of take apart so I could put some of the things inside on my wall. And then she went away, and then I took 8 more. But then I opened it and I realised that these were basically the only pieces that you could kind of put on the wall. The rest is more kind of talking about what the people do. From a recent workshop I talked about in a video, Mike Meyer, a famous sign painter from Mazeppa, quickly painted these upright casuals, and he did one for everyone, and I took this sheet, and he also made this for me. And I've just got a little calendar there for August that I make it myself. This one's just a kind of work one, not anything personal. And I'm yet to put batteries in these, but these actually light up, so when I am here in the winter and in the evenings and I want it to be a little bit cozier, I can light these up. And yeah, I really like the kind of carnival aesthetic of them. I'm excited to get them going. And then this is one more piece of mine as well. So I didn't actually talk about the last piece, but that other piece was based on a Scarface quote, and this is based on a Clockwork Orange quote. And so I used a silver leaf to mirror some glass and hand painted the rest of it too. And then these boxes just contain my sign kit, which I might actually talk you through at one point as well, but I don't know how I'd do it today. And also there's definitely enough in that to make a whole of the video. And one great thing about this studio space is the amount of plugs. There's 16 plugs in this room alone. I honestly thought I would be able to use them all, but there's always some empty. But I always have chargers for my camera and microphone, just always ready, so that I don't kind of start filming and realise, oh, I don't have any battery. And this stool is next to the easel for when I'm painting there, and this stick in it is a marl stick, so you use it to make sure that your hands don't get dirty from the paint that you've already applied to your canvas or surface, and also to make sure that you don't smudge the work that's already been put down. That little hanging basket was in Wilko's the other day on sale for 35p, so I bought it, not really knowing what I'd do with it, but hoping I'd find something. And at the minute I'm just using it to hold my coat, but I should be getting a house soon with a garden, so I might go back and buy some more and we can have plants. and this bookshelf that I built myself, and I think you can tell because I made two mistakes. Number one is that the backing was facing the wrong way, so it's brown and not white. Number two is this shelf here was also backwards. But it did come in handy because I decided to put a nail on and hang my ruler from it. So on the top I've got a lot of chemicals for various things, mainly for glass and gilding work. The next shelf has a variety of things as well, mainly metal flakes and glitters, and some stirry kind of things for paint. The next has marbling supplies, paint, like brush pens, and very necessary latex gloves. And the next has a lot of chalk pens, because I go through them really quickly, and just kind of bits and bobs that I use just generally. And the next has masking tapes, different types of tape, some kind of cleaning stuff, or stuff that's really useful when doing kind of detailed work, and whiting, which is used when glass gilding, and then a lot of spray paints, only some of which have been used. I had a lot more, but I kind of have them ready for if I need them for a project, and then all of a sudden I will need maybe 4 of them, and then they'll go really quickly. But yeah, I've got a nice kind of selection ready, and yeah, I actually find them really useful, and soon I may need to use all of them and much more for a big mural that I'll hopefully be able to do if they like my idea. Then, because of all the chemicals and everything that I use, I've heard a lot of great things about natural rock salt lamps, and also the kind of glow that comes from them. It's just really relaxing and nice anyway. And another big lovely plant that I couldn't do without. And I've made videos before of my lettering books. Okay, so I'm going to have to just hold the microphone in my hand and the camera in my other hand because it all just fell apart. But yeah, on the bottom I've kind of got notebooks, sketchbooks, some important adult stuff, and then above it is all of my lettering books that I've shown you before. And then on the walls I've just got some inspiration again, a very necessary paper size chart, which I find really useful actually. And underneath there's just a lot of different types of paper that I need to go through. I use tracing paper a fair amount of the time. Newsprint is really, really, really useful, and will come in a lot more useful the more kind of actual sign painting jobs I get. And some bags left over from selling things, and my comfy chair for the business kind of desk. And yeah, these sheets with the alphabets were actually given to me from the workshop. They're just some of the most commonly painted alphabets that we need to kind of have in our arsenal. Just kind of desk stuff, my laptop, my tea, and some sketches I'm working on. So I won't, because of the kind of method I was using to film kind of fell apart, I won't be able to kind of use my hands too much to show you things, but up there is a stack of postcards that I left over from something I ordered that just kind of have my promotional business stuff on the back, and just a piece that I gilded. And there are some really useful Pantone colour books. And in the kind of box behind is a variety of gold leaf, silver leaf, metal leaf and pearl shell. And there are some of my business cards. And a to-do list. A piece that I gilded, and I decided to keep it because it's got my own initial on. And there was the original sketch for it as well. So the sheep and the other stuff in the background, they're not actually mine. So nothing in that other room is mine. It's a woman called Sue who makes fancy hats. And that taxidermist piece was the first piece that I ever actually painted. First sign painting piece anyway. And up there is an alphabet, a casual's alphabet, which is what that should look like, but it doesn't. And that was painted by Very Fine Signs, or Kurt McRobert, in New York last year. And that Icy Signs stick is also from New York. Icy Signs is Steve Powers' company. And the other desk, which will be my painting desk, but I've actually had on location work so far since the week I've had the studio, but that will not be white for very long. And I've just got some business cards from people that inspire me, a light box which is very, very useful already, and all of my paints, and a dehumidifier which is essential, some cutting mats, and let me just so this is actually a kind of odds cupboard. So it's got some old pieces that I've made that I'm selling. My little saurine stash. I love saurine so much. And there's just some random other things in there. Some jars, which again, once I've got my kind of paints out in the actual studio, I will use them as white spirit jars. My brushes, palette, cups for mixing paint, and then a box which is big enough to fit in here. And I will take that out on sign jobs with me. And then one more similar cupboard, which has a whole kind of range of things. So it's got kind of a bit of everything. A rubbish guillotine that I need to replace, some cleaning stuff, painting stuff, sander, lots and lots of random little things. So, and my recycling and regular bin as well. So I think that's everything. I've only been here a week, and I've loved it so far. I really can't wait to kind of actually get a real kind of career going from this. It's quite a nervous and busy time for me, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm going to get back to my website editing, and I will will see you